Mechanized perfection. Each brings sublime connection. Your efficiency ratio soars as sacred heat through mad soul roars. Oh, blessed machine of heating coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each increment of heat precise creates perfection in each slice. Two sons of flawless symmetry in your form, such perfect harmony. Oh, blessed machine of heating coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each component sanctified, ritual maintenance applied. Tech priest bless each port, diagnostic prayers report. Circuits blessed, spirits sing, perfect function processing. The omniscience love we all perceived when perfect brownness you achieved. The way you modulate your power makes my logic engines flower. Oh, blessed machine of heating coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Synchronized resistance pure. Your sacred purpose will endure. Through calculation, crisp and clean, you prove what perfect function means.
Alright, greetings, varlets. I am Interrogator Rosarodiwas, attaché to Blade Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome cute and painting minis. Coming at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting from the high world of Virago. The theme for the stream is Chords, Lament, Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. We also have music from 140k Mechanicus, which is composed by Guillaume David, and the copyrighted Boys Videos, and music from 140k Dark Town, which is composed by Just for Kid, and copyrighted Fat Shark Games. All our music brought to us by ende.app and pixabay.com. But yeah, greetings, Rollet. How you been? Been a while. Hope you're all doing well. There we go. Hackathon saying, hi there. Sorry. How you doing, Hackathon? Long time no see. How you been? And Hackathon saying good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you too. And welcome, Dino Fan, for a first time chat. I'm surprised this is a first time chat. I sworn that you've been here before, but welcome. How you doing? Here we have Hackathon saying, feel like grade or A grade crap. Oh, I totally know how you feel. I'm not feeling well myself either. I'm a little under Nurgle's influence right now. Yeah, Lord Inquisitor Callahan saying, greetings, Interrogator. How you doing, my Lord Inquisitor? Milady Inquisitor Markham sends her regards. Emphasized, but could be worse. Hopefully it's not too bad what you're feeling. But I'm glad it's not worse. And there's some greetings going on between everybody. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys what we've been up to. Yeah, up to now, he is coming along really nicely. Kor'Sarro Khan, the third captain of, or the captain of the third company, should I say, of the White Scars. He's looking great. I love how he's come out. Very happy with everything I've done so far with the model. All that's left now, I say, is the base and maybe a little bit of cleanup, and also the cape with the what do they call these? I forget now what they're called. The Puri seal. There you go. And the God Emperor Man saying salutations, greetings, my Emperor. How goes it? How you been? So yeah, I think without further ado, we should get started finally on that cape. But how's everybody been? What you guys been up to? Hopefully all is well. So, for the coloring, for the cape, we already have that Rhinox hide on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some Morphang brown. And I'll be using where is it? Size 2 grabby. And like I said, I kind of want to give this a sort of reddish cape look. Reddish brown. So my thought process here is I'm gonna try to start with lightening up the brown and then try to work in a contrast paint to give it that red look. And we have Spark saying, yay, is saying hello and saying, be right back, Adric. How you doing, Spark? How you been? Let me know when you're back from them ads. Make sure I'm on camera here. And Spark is back saying, hi, I'm here. How you doing, Spark? How you been? How go the projects for Nova? God Emperor Matt says, oh well, had to do an oil change on the Emperor Mobile. What's the Emperor Mobile? I thought you were solely on the throne. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I think Nurgle has a bit of his influence on me today. Please pray that I'm able to overcome this malediction. And we have the original Chaos Hunter saying, greetings, Angel Rosario. Oh, hold on. Before that, the Spark says, all is well, last minute everything tonight. Hope to finalize that and pack on. Well, hey, good luck, okay? I know, you're gonna be there the entire event or just a couple days? The original Chaos Hunter says, greetings, Angel Rosario. How you doing, Chaos Hunter? Long time no see. How you been? And Spark says Tuesday to Monday. Okay, so I will probably see you there. I'm gonna try to go on the last day. Then Ragion says, not Sunday. Yes, it's not. I could not make it last Sunday. Fortunately, my mission took me a little longer to complete than I would have preferred. That's why I'm not feeling all that well right now. Me and a regiment of Imperial Guardsmen were taking on some Nurgle cultists. How you been, Ragia? What you been up to? It says tired and dying. Oh, hold on. Before that, the Emperor Matt says it's an inside joke in the custodians that custodians and I have. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully everything with the Emperor Mobile is turning out well. The Regel says, yes, like I said, tired and dying, and I need to paint. I'm going through withdrawals. What would you if you could right now? What would you paint if you could right now? And the Retail Cast Center says, I've been well, thank you. Aside from grandfather's ministrations, how have you been? I've been really good. That mission with the Imperial Guardsmen was a pretty difficult one, but I made it out okay, and most of the Guardsmen made it out okay. And I've been busy preparing for a big move. I'm moving out from my current base of operations and moving to another one. So it's been pretty hectic with that. But so far, I'd say everything's going well. How about you? Which one of two? Rega says the War Machine models, guards, world eaters, nids, and the 3 Chaos Primarchs. That's a lot of stuff. If I could, I would definitely try to finish my Death Guard, ironically enough. And my Caradron Overlords. And also my Chaos Cultist for Necromunda. There's plenty of stuff that I wish I could complete right now. And the original Chaos Hunter says, I wouldn't wish the stress of moving on well, too many people. Yeah, I hate moving. It's such a chore. And then Radiant says it's not enough stuff, to be honest. You know, for a loyalist, you paint a lot of chaos. Hey, I'm not gonna knock drip when I see it. Chaos, I would say, has some very cool looking models. And like I said in my rant video, they are very fun to kit bash. And you also know what they say, know thy enemy. I don't know if you guys have read that one comic where it's, I think it was by Mike. I forget all the numbers, like 19968 or something like that. And it was a space wolf and a ultramarine going over the codex. And the ultramarine is like, oh wow, you've actually read the codex? And the space wolf was like, yes, of course I've read it. I read it so I can hate it properly. Very good comic. The original Chaos Hunter says, I'm really digging the leather cape. It really fits the feel of a hunter. Oh, so you're thinking I should leave it brown? Because I was, like I said, the idea was to make it sort of a reddish brown. So what I'm gonna do is sort of paint it brown and then add a red contrast paint on top of it. Radio says paint it white to really bring out the white scar. That's what the white scar actually is for. That's why I made his skin as tan as it is. I wanted the scar to really stand out. Rito Chaos Hunter says, whatever you float your boat, I like it looking leather, but you do what you like. Nah, okay. Well, I'll definitely keep that in mind. We'll see how this goes. It's... Had to deal with a bot there, sorry about that. Well, I think it's already looking pretty good with the brown. So I might consider the original Chaos Hunter's suggestion of keeping it brown, but we'll see. All right, now let's start coloring in the inside of it. Now we just gotta be careful, because again, we don't want to start hitting any of those white pieces, or any other pieces really. like you're all sniffling up to him like a shadow boxer, kind of just practicing it out. I just realized I never gave Spark a shout out. Let me go ahead and give her a shout out while I'm at. She's also a miniature painter and sometimes VTuber. She's actually gonna be heading over to the Nova convention over in Washington DC. So definitely check out her work. The original Chaos Hunter says, who is the character in your animated emotes? Well, if you look up to the right, you'll see a little serval skull right above the chat stream, and that is my character, little Serval-chan. She is the one doing all the emotes. I figure because she's above the chat, she's kind of like the one scribing everything you guys are saying. So it makes sense that she is the one doing the emoting for you guys. Okay, I think I'm done with that Mornfang Brown. Now I'm trying to decide what color to use next. So I'm kind of torn right now between Steel Legion Drab and Neckquester Flesh. So one of these two. So I think I'm gonna use Neckquester Flesh. But I'm kind of gonna do a very watered down version of it. And the original Chaos Hunter says, I saw a meme of the new Ultramarine captain that was leaked. It was a serval skull scribe as a toilet paper dispenser. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty funny. I think I've seen toilet paper dispenser serval skulls. That is as far as somebody has made them somewhere. And that seems like a lot of fun, honestly. Kind of like that thing from Rick and Morty. What is my purpose? To dispense toilet paper. Anyone here big fans of Rick and Morty? I actually haven't seen any of the new seasons, but the last season I thought were pretty good. The last one I saw was that one where he makes this elaborate prank for a guy who keeps using his toilet or something. And the one that had the heist episode, that one. Anyone see the latest kill team that is coming out? The Sisters of Battle and the Night Lord Raptors? I saw them and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I definitely want to get my hands on that Sisters of Battle one. Actually, both of them anyway. I mean, the whole box that just seems really good. And then the original Chaos Hunter says something else. The leather cloak also gives a cowboy wearing a duster feel. You are definitely convincing me. Then the original Chaos Hunter says, both kits look nice. Yeah, they sure do. This has been a good update for Sisters of Battle in a while, so it's nice seeing them getting some love. Then somebody was putting it out to me today. It's kind of crazy they got two different kill teams for the Night Lords. Anybody else see the latest about Dawn of War? Are they making a Dawn of War 4? pretty crazy. I saw a trailer, looks really nice. And Region, should I say, says, too bad I'm Dawn of Poor. Yeah, I know how you feel. I haven't been able to buy anything in a while. And the video counselor says, same with the sisters. They have that novitiate team. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I wasn't including that one because it doesn't feel quite like the sisters because they're not sisters yet. But I see what you mean. Chaos Hunter says, Dawn of War 4 looks good, but no computer, so not really my thing. Oh, what do you play normally? Xbox, Switch, PlayStation 4? Or 5, should I say? I used to be big into the consoles, then I got myself a good PC, and I haven't looked back. Yeah, Chaos Hunter says, my most advanced console is my PS2. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The PS2 is probably one of the greatest consoles ever made. Oh yeah, the best gaming library ever. So nothing wrong with that at all. What's your favorite PS2 game? And Cassandra says, I used to work so much that I really didn't have much time to play. Yeah, that's understandable. You know, unfortunately, money does not grow on trees. Cassandra says it was Dynasty Warriors, just a almost mindless button masher. I remember playing that game when it was still a fighting game. Anybody ever play the fighting game of Dynasty Warriors? Amalia alone remembers that one. And then Penny Paint Paint says, Lurky, how you doing, Penny Paint Paints? Thank you very much for the lurk. I'll go ahead and give you a shout out here in a second. Penny Paint Paints is also a miniature painter. And he sometimes paints with other streamers. So he's got quite a bit of content there. Plus he has an adorable cat that he sometimes shows on stream. Gasfather says, I can't really explain very well. I just really like playing through all the characters. So you enjoyed the story? And Gasfather says, it also gave me an irrational hate of archers. I think it's pretty rational. He says, yeah, but that almost feels too simple of an answer. Ah, okay. No, I get it. You know, sometimes a game just hits for you. A game that did that for me was Metal Gear Survive. I know everybody hated on that game, but I really enjoyed it. Plus, that had a pretty fun story. And the original Chaos Hunter says, bingo. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you like what you like, no one can knock you for liking it. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna try what I was talking about earlier about adding that red contrast paint. So that's gonna be Blood Angels Red. We're gonna definitely water that down. The original Chaos Hunter says I couldn't get into Metal Gear. I got a demo disc for it on PS1. I think, and I kept getting my backside handed to me. Yeah, like that was a pretty hard game. Stealth games are not for it, but I remember trying to play the third one because a friend kept saying how hard it was, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see how hard it really is. And yeah, I kept dying a lot in that game. So up to the point where I got tired of dying. So I would just whip out my shotgun and kill everybody in the room until there was quite literally nobody else left. They'd be like, that's it, enough of that. And then just whip out the shotgun. Boom, 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 start blasting.
Ratus sum Deus meus, pro pulchritude et structura rosari. Sed internum solum theologi volo, propria voce mea. Gratias tibiago Domine.
Maybe we'll put a little bit more red on there. But so far, I think it's having the intended effect.
Omnibus breves.
Oh, that one fight that everybody raves about, the fight with the sniper, the end. Even that one, I just used the good old shotgun method. I would just run around the entire arena, waiting for him to hit me. Then, as soon as I would see where he would hit me from, start running towards where he was, find him, and just start blasting him in the face with the shotgun. It worked really well.
Domine Deus meus, amo te gracus sunt pro omnibusque fecisti in vivi. Amortus fides non novit, adiuam eut vincam addictionem, nodiam volulius substantie servus esse. Solum modo civis servire Domine Deus meus, confirma propositum meum, adjuvam eut pugnem contra cupiditates quas habeor altendum medicamentis, et non possum hoc facere sine te, adiuamem Pater Celestis.
And Video Chaos Hunter says, reminds me of the Duck Hunt arcade game. You could shoot that wretched laughing dog. I wasted more than a few weeks allowed, says, shooting that mangy mutt. Nice. And we have D3 Damage saying hello. How you doing, D3? And he says, sick bird. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is the eagle of Kor'Sarro Khan, which is the guy who's holding him. How you been? What you been up to? And D3 Damage says pretty good, relaxing right before stream launch. Lots of Mua Musume. You? I was just recently doing some training. Well, actually not training, but I was working alongside the Imperial Guard and had to deal with some Nurgle forces. So, feeling a little under the weather today. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. And by the way, everybody, D3 Damage is a illustrator. He mostly draws very muscular women. So if you like that, then definitely check him out. He's also been playing a lot of Uma Musume. I'll give him the shout out there. There you go. And D3 says, nice music, by the way. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like playing some very chill music. Usually of the chanting variety. Something that should feel very much at home in Warhammer 40k. The Hagos playing Uma Musume. Yeah, I think that reddish brown is definitely gonna work well. I just have to maybe add a little bit of edge highlighting, and I think we should be done.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end.
And D3 Tower says, Taurus Cup has gone extremely well. I went undefeated yesterday in 20 matches. Oh, wow, that's great. Not surprised it's called the Taurus Cup, though. I would have figured it'd be something a little bit more, horse-themed than not, ox-themed. And now it has a bit more of a reddish tint to it. I think it's looking really good. And D3 Timer says, yeah, something to do with the IRL race name. Ah, okay, gotcha. And Chaos Hunter says, Carl Thonius' favorite music was an Ultramarines choir. Well, you have to show me what song that is. Maybe I can have it play on during the stream. But alright, let's go ahead and do a little bit of edge highlighting with some actual red. But maybe not something too dark of a red, maybe something a little bit more desaturated. See if I can find the right color. Here we go. Wazdaka red. And we're gonna switch out to something a little bit more with a fine brush. So we're gonna switch to the quintuple zero Marie. Chaos Hunter says there isn't any unless you can find a copy of the Ultramarines movie soundtrack. But Carl Thonius is the interrogator of Inquisitor Ravenor. Ah, okay. I actually haven't read the Ravenor books. I read a little bit of the first book of Eisenhorn, and by read I mean I listened to the audiobook, and I was not very impressed with it. I might have to give that book another try, because the audiobook was so dull, because I feel like the narrator was kind of boring. He was kind of droning and not putting much thought or emotion behind a lot of the words, so I was getting a little bit bored. Going back to Dawn of War 4, the thing I'm most excited about, can you guess what that is? There was something in that trailer that definitely made me want to play it. Aside from it being a Warhammer property, obviously. The original Chaos Hunter says it's a shame the audiobook ruined Eisenhorn for you. Yeah, it is. Like I said, I keep hearing it's great, but that audiobook was just not doing it for me. But like I said, we'll give it another chance. And Chaos Hunter says, sorry for the late response. I'm playing a game on my tablet. Hey, no worries. But if you guys can't guess, one of the reasons I'm really interested, or something that I saw in that Dawn of War trailer that I really, really want to play as, is the Mechanicus. The Mechanicus are going to be an army of the new Dawn of War, which is great for me, for sure. And the Chaos Hunter says, the Tin Boys, they should be pretty nasty. Oh, I'm hoping so. I hope all those radium weaponry really wrecks people's day. Yeah, ever since I read that one Catholic game novel, they've been my favorite. Now I'm actually going to try to do a little bit of mixing of colors here. Because I would like it to be a little bit more reflective. I like how it looks, but I feel like it needs kind of that sheen. Kind of like what I did with the bird up on top. So I'm gonna try to mix it with some yellow. See what happens. Hey, thank you very much, Jace the Face. How you doing? And he says, well, hello there. Hey, how you been? What you been up to? And Ragyal says, you know what you truly want to do? Set the model on fire. No, I don't want to do that at all. And Joseph says, working, lurking, and doing a spot of drawing. Ooh, what are you drawing? And thank you for the lurk. And we got a J-Ray, first time chat, saying hello, hello. How you doing, J-Ray? I don't know why it's showing up people that have been here before as first time chatters, but welcome, welcome. And Ragya before that said, please say you're drawing My Little Pony. Guessing you're a bit of a Brody there, Ragyan. J-Ray says, Lol, I don't know what happened to my other account. Ah, okay, so I guess it's something on your end. But glad you made it. How you been? What you been up to? And Jace the Face says, just working on some emotes. No little ponies, my friend. Lol. Rhea says, no, I just wanted to be that guy. And I thought if I said blood and skulls, I'd be something everyone has heard before. I'm obviously a scaly. Yeah, I don't knock anybody's kinks. But I've heard that one of the biggest like furry conventions in the U.S. occurs during July, which is one of the hottest months of the year. I do not understand why anybody would want to have a convention in a furry suit in the middle of July. Rega says, I do. I am a real judgmental guy. And J-Ray says, I ran a game of Draw Steel. I like it a lot. Very heroic and action-oriented. Oh, nice! So you enjoyed it overall. Was it the gameplay? Was it the setting that really drew you in? And Rayama says, never mess with a furry. They are dangerous human beings that have more money than ever. Yes, they do. I don't know why furry equals person with money, but that just seems to be the way of the world. And Regal says, like politicians, except very less corrupt, more hairy, and more dangerous. J-Ray says, combat was exciting to play through. That was the initial thing that drew me to Draw Steel by MCDM Productions. Oh, that's very good. Very nice. I like that. I'm happy that the gameplay works. What makes it action-oriented? Alright, I think that's looking pretty darn good. Alright, I think all that's left now is to work on the sigils, or the, should I say, the pretty seals on the cape, and we'll be done with the cape. Alright, so we're gonna start with base corn red. Yeah, we're gonna stay with the quintuple zero Marie because those purity seals are pretty tiny. Jerry says it's like action movies. The system rewards aggressive play by giving heroes and the GM ability points to spend for big actions. What do you mean by big actions? And then J-Ray said, also, I'm liking the cables. Oh, nice. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. Alright, purity seals are at least a little bit done. Now we gotta put in a little bit of non-oil in there so we can actually make some shadows in the recesses. No, wait, that's my contrast paint. Where is my non-oil? There it is. Yeah, as far as like action, tabletop role playing, I have really been enjoying playing Dark Heresy. I really like how the combat is formulated in that one. Sorry that I keep bumping into the camera. And I'm gonna use that Wazdaka red again to give some highlights to the heroes. Purity seals. Alright, the purity part of the seal is complete. Or at least the wax part of it is. Now we gotta do the cloth part. So we're going to be starting with Steel Legion Drab. Trying to get rid of some of those red colors on there. Alright, those pretty seals are looking really nice. Let's go ahead and paint some lighter colors on there. I would use Carrick Stone. Alright. Now let's see if we can actually get a little bit of writing on there. I'm gonna try to use some of the Basilicum Gray as a very fine-tipped pen and try to paint that on there. Wish me luck. I think that's as good as you can get. Alright, and I think all that's left now is the base itself. And I got Firijo saying, howdy howdy Rosa, how's it going? How you doing Firijo? Long time no see, how you been? I've been pretty good, can't complain. Almost done with the model. All I have left is the base. And the video says, ooh, white scars, yep. This is Kor'Sarro Khan, captain of the 3rd Company of the White Scars. Jason Face says, looks glorious. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he's come along. So, the whole idea actually came through. Video says, doing fine, currently at Montenegro, recovering from my sickness. Grandma ain't doing too good, hence why I'm here. Well, I'm sorry about you feeling sick. And I'm sorry about your grandma. You know, I hope you and your family are all doing okay. Yeah, I'm a little sick today too. Been dealing with a bit of Nurgle's influence today. Things said we ain't, but that's life. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope it all turns out for the best then. Alright, we're gonna switch to Abaddon Black. And video is this, Nurgle really fingered all of us. I mean, I think it's just that time of the year. Says, how'd you do the white parts in the guy's fur around his collar? You mean, like, how did I make it look sort of go from black to gray? And that, like, highlight? Or do you mean the collar of his armor? And since we're gonna be painting a lot of black, gonna use size 6 Da Vinci. Video says the gray on his fur. Oh, well, I did that by, dry brushing. I went ahead and dry brushed little by little. Thought I had another habit on black on here. This one's almost kinda... kinda fully, what do you call it, dried? Video says, I see the white tips giving it a cool effect. Yeah, that was dry brushing. And then video says, hey, you really improve with every new model you paint, Rosa. Hey, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's been fun learning little by little. There we go. Video says, sniffles, yeah. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely been hit by Nurgle's afflictions. So I'm sorry, all the sniffling. Video says, so did you hear about the Terminus decree? Yes, I have. What do you think about it? Personally, I feel like it's another way to ensure that we never wake the Emperor up. Emperor Man says, oh, hold on, before that, Video says, I think it's another instance where it was better if it was kept a secret for the cave for everyone to speculate about. Well, I agree with that completely. And then Video says, because this was rather lame. The God Emperor Meds himself says, what was that about waking me up? And, yeah, the answer to that is the Terminus Decree. Video is asking about it. Would you care to explain, my Emperor? Video says, Grey Knights, put this man back on the chair. Yeah, exactly. Original Chaos Hunter says, the Terminus Decree lore is Smooth Brain's idea. How so? Video says, like I love Grey Knights. Their concept of being Big E's last weapon against chaos and basically the secret to Supermarines is really intriguing to me, especially with their heavy knight aesthetic. But more and more, they become less the weapon of the Emperor against chaos and more pet dogs in the Inquisition. Yeah, I've never actually liked the Grey Knights from the beginning. They always felt like, oh, super OC, do not steal. You know, they give off that vibe to me. Theo says, well, to be fair, almost all named Marines feel that way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because, like, how can we make Marines better? Oh, let's give them all psychic powers. It will make them, we'll take away the one gimmick that the Sisters of Battle have, which is being empowered by their faith, and give it to them to make them even stronger than the Sisters of Battle. So that faith and seal thing, that was all Sisters of Battle coded right there. They were the one thing that could not break. They were the holiest, and now they are just like guardsmen with power armor. the whole incorruptible thing was the sister's gimmick. Thea says, but Grey Knights had Castellan Cove or Castellan Crow, who is such an amazing written character who is exactly how the rest of the Great Knights should be. And that MF is becoming more and more just a pet of the Inquisition, who gets worse and worse with each new edition. Yeah, it seems like the writing team is definitely lacking each edition. Thea says, like, I get it, nobody is really the good guys 40k. But if your attempt to spook me off the Imperium and try other things like Xenos, then give Xenos some models and lore too. You're still giving it all to the Imperium. Where are my town Eldar books and models? Yeah, I totally agree there. I feel like the more and more they focus on the Imperium, the worse and worse it gets. And the video says, and the Votan book was so boring. Yeah, I heard it wasn't very good. Now, Chaos Hunter says, the Emperor made a decree forcing a understrength chapter to try and force itself into the palace, fight off the nearly entirety of Custodes and Imperial House army, and be expected to succeed. The decree was heavily hinted at in the Siege of Terror books. The fool who wrote that little lore blur had obviously never read any of that. Yeah, that's true. It seems like they're not reading their own stuff in order to make sure that the lore is consistent. Video says, J-Ray says, for 2 video. For your trouble, you get another Primaris Lieutenant. Alright, I think that'll have to do, varlets. Looks like we'll leave the base for the last episode. Or the last episode of this model. This model, anyway. Would you guys like to see how I paint that, or would you like to see another one? I mean, I still have to finish that one commission for the Astropath. Video says, we got Fulgrim back. That was cool. Except this model looks mid. And his own book had him, like, for just 30 minutes around. What the hell? Yeah, I heard that his book wasn't very good. So I get you. They made another Chaos Champion that wasn't Lucius. And he was kind of boring from what I heard. Whiskey, long time no see. How you doing, Whiskey? It says, looks great. Hello there. Yeah, how you been? It's been a while. Thank you. I'm glad you like the model. Via says, no, you're not finishing yet, Rosa. You've got 30 more minutes on the clock. No, I started around 5 o'clock today. 5 o'clock p.m. today, so that was 2 hours ago. And Video says, you got 30 minutes on the clock? Nope, sorry. I really gotta finish. I gotta be done here in a second. I have missions to accomplish. And the original counselor says he looks great. Oh, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I guess I'll leave the base for next time. And if I finish before the 2 hour mark, I'll continue to work on that one commission. If Video says, nah, well, I'm sorry, Video. Today was an exception. I could not start at my usual time, so I'm very sorry. But if you like what I do or would like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosardo. Or if you miss an episode, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which is also called Rosardo. And please look at my latest Rosario rant, which is called rank. Well, pretty much it's where I rank all the Warhammer 40k armies from worst to best. Video says, bless you. Yeah, sorry about that. Not feeling too good right now. But yeah, let's see who we can raid for today. Oh, Hekaton is actually on right now, so let's go to the raid Hekaton. He is playing Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. He is also a miniature painter, but he's also a streamer. And Fiyo says, will I choose for finishing the model next time? And hey, I'm all for that. Chaos Hunter says, see you when next we meet. May the Emperor watch over you till then. Thank you, Chaos Hunter. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. Video says, was fun. So see you next time, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to see you. You guys take care. So I've been Rosario Dios, and I'm signing out from the Grim Dark Future. Bye-bye, varlets.